Just like you wouldn't hire a plumber to fix a leaky roof, you wouldn't hire a copywriter to write instruction manuals. Let's figure out the difference between writers, copywriters, content writers, UX writers, technical writers, content strategists, copy editors, and more once and for all. Hi there, my name is Katerina, and every week I share useful insights and tips about copywriting and content marketing with writers, B2B marketers, and business owners. Today we'll talk about copywriters because there is a lot of confusion about what this job is and what it is not. I've seen many companies looking to hire a copywriter when in fact they needed a completely different specialist. Writer, content writer, copywriter, UX writer, technical writer. Writers come in all sizes and shapes. And there are also bloggers, content creators, content strategists, copy editors. If you're new to the world of marketing and writing, it's easy to get confused between different professions. Let's figure out the difference between copywriters and other types of writers so you could better understand who you need to hire, and if you want to break into copywriting, decide whether it's the right job for you. Copywriters versus content writers. Copywriters and content writers both work in marketing. Marketers need them to spread the knowledge about their products and services. Copywriters spread this knowledge using copy, and content writers do the same thing using content. The goal of copywriters is to create copy that sells products and services. They will use words that inspire immediate action. They will write copy for sales pages, emails, ads, and other marketing materials designed to sell products and services. The goal of content writers is to develop leads. They will write content that inspires, educates, informs, and entertains to create relationships with their audience so that over time, this relationship leads into sales. Content writers are usually hired to create long-form content such as blog posts, case studies, white papers, and ebooks. If you have a content strategy and want somebody to implement it, you need to hire a content writer. If your copy doesn't convert as well as you want it to, you need to hire a copywriter. Copywriter versus writer. Writers don't work in marketing, unless by a writer you mean a content writer. And copywriters do. Writers write books, magazine columns, journalistic works, and speeches under their own name or as ghostwriters. Copywriters work for business and write copy for the purpose of marketing and advertising. What do writers and copywriters have in common? One thing, they both love writing. You can't be a successful copywriter if you don't enjoy the act of writing. In fact, many copywriters dream about becoming published authors, and some do. I've just wrote a book that teaches how to create content that turns readers into leads. Check it out. Copywriting isn't only the job for writers. In fact, anyone can learn it. But if you decide to pursue a career in copywriting, you must really love putting your writing skills to work. If you're a business owner looking to hire a copywriter or a content writer, you want to look for somebody with a clear motivation. Ideally, this should be a person who has turned their passion for writing into their profession. Copywriter versus technical writer. As their name suggests, technical writers create content for technical documents, user manuals, reference guides, software specifications. Copywriters create copy for marketing communications. Direct marketing, advertising, branding, online presence, sales presentations, and so on. Copywriters write to sell, and technical writers write to explain. Can a copywriter be a technical writer too? Sure they can. Technical writing requires the ability to present information simply and clearly, and this is something that any copywriter should be good at. The only difference is that to be a technical writer, you need to deeply understand technology, and this isn't something that makes technical writing appealing to most copywriters. When a technology company is looking for a technical writer, what they really need is a copywriter who can sell their technical products and services. If you're one of these companies, you need to be looking for a copywriter who understands technology or has a desire to learn about a new field. Copywriter versus blogger. A blogger is a person who writes blogs. Unlike copywriters, bloggers don't write for clients. They write for their readers and often see themselves as entrepreneurs. Bloggers have their own blog where they share their expertise, experience, and opinions. Very often they need this blog because they want to sell something, like fitness programs, nutritional supplements, courses, guides, books. When I started my own blog, readstoleads.com, I wanted to share my expertise in copywriting and marketing, two things I'm passionate about, and get more people to know about my book, From Reads to Leads. If you're a copywriter, I would suggest you to start a blog because it will help you develop your writing skills, showcase your portfolio to potential clients, and even build your copywriting business. If you're a business owner looking for a professional writer, you need to be looking for a content writer, not a blogger. Copywriter versus content creator. Content creators create content, and content means any and all forms of media. In other words, if you make videos, do podcasts, send emails to your subscribers, create blogs, and post to social media, you're a content creator. Content creators, like bloggers, are often business people. They need to create content in various formats for various platforms because they want to reach a larger audience and build a loyal following. They need to have a diverse skill set. Copywriters need to have a specific skill set. They need to be good at writing and have a good grasp of marketing, business, and psychology. Check out my video, What Skills a Copywriter Needs. I will make sure to link to it at the end of this video. Copywriter versus UX writer. UX writing is a brand new trend in the world of user experience design. I've seen many copywriters making a switch from copywriting to UX writing. The reason why UX writing got so popular is because designers finally understood that words matter. But writing clear, concise, meaningful, and creative copy is hard and should be done by copywriters. UX writers are former copywriters. But how do UX writers differ from copywriters? The biggest difference between UX writers and copywriters is that UX writers don't have anything to do with marketing. They are part of a product design team. UX writers create copy just like copywriters, but their copy is meant to improve the user experience with the product, not to sell a product. UX copy, also known as microcopy, gives digital products a voice and helps their users interact with them. UX copy guides the user through the product. In other words, UX writing helps the customers, copywriting helps the business. Copywriter versus copy editor. Copywriters and copy editors work on the same team. Copywriters write and copy editors edit what copywriters write. The goal of a copy editor is to check if there are no grammatical, punctuation, and spelling mistakes in the text, that it flows smoothly and is consistent in tone and message. The goal of a copywriter is to communicate a message to their audience in a persuasive way. There is often confusion between the roles of copy editor and content editor. Content editors are concerned with the bigger picture. They look at the flow and structure of the text, check out the accuracy of the subject matter, correct SEO mistakes, often do fact-checking. If you want to produce high-quality content for your business consistently, you need to hire both copy editor and content editor. Plus, you definitely need to hire a content writer and a copywriter, or a copywriter who can do both, create content and write copy. Copywriter versus content strategist. A content strategist must have something to do with strategy, right? And strategy is what comes before copywriting. A content strategist is a marketing specialist whose job is to craft a marketing plan designed to achieve a specific goal. Increase on organic traffic, qualified leads, improved audience engagement. A content strategist decides what to publish and why to publish it. They need to understand the business niche they are working in and know the audience that their business is targeting. They also need to be familiar with the decision-making journey to map content pathway that takes a visitor from just browsing to converting. To clarify what I'm talking about, check out my video, How to Map Content to Your Marketing Funnel. I will make sure to link to it at the end of this video. After figuring out what content they need to write and where this content needs to go, a content strategist works with a copywriter to create the copy. If you want to start attracting leads using content but don't even know where to start, you need to hire a content strategist. They will help you understand what content to write and where to publish it to achieve your business goals. If you want to sell your products and services, but your copy doesn't bring any results, you need to hire a copywriter. As you can see, there is a big difference between a copywriter, a content writer, a technical writer, UX writer, content creator, copy editor, content strategist, blogger, and writer. I hope this video helped you clear up any confusion you might have about a copywriter. I'll see you next time with a new video. Thank you for watching and subscribing to this channel. Я Катерина. Пока-пока.